Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I promised I would come back and do a flip through. Also, I'm going to show you how I'm going to bind this thing. Also, I'll open my door. I did not send Patti a door. She is forgiving me because I'm making her a special digital using some of her own artwork, which will be available in the shop eventually, but I gotta get it done first. So alright, so first things first, I need to figure out how wide I need this to be, and also I'm going to take him out because he's got that dangly thing which is going to kind of annoy me. So the good thing about doing my binding like this is I had plenty of room to grow. So now when I go to glue these back pieces on, I want to make sure that the spine, you know, sets nicely and straight if I can. Straight is good in some cases. Other cases, I don't really care. So I'm going to use my binder clips so I can get them in the right place so that they're snug but not too tight. So I don't want them too loose. I don't want them too light. I mean, maybe they'll be okay if they're too loose. I don't know. Because once they're glued down, that's not going in. That won't even reach now. Alright, let's just go ahead and glue the middle one first, maybe. This one I can go ahead and pull that a little bit. Yeah, and I still have this thing on here for the thing I was going to put in there. That's not going to happen. I want to use a nice strong glue, so I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, which I didn't get out, because why would I do that? Because that would just be smart and make sense. But it was within reach, so I don't really want to go further back than right here, so that's about right there. I'm not going to put glue, well, actually no, it won't matter because I'm putting glue on the whole thing. I'm attempting to put glue on the whole thing. My glue is not coming out super fast. Oh, here we go. Is it going to come out faster now? No, it's not. It's got the tiny hole, which is, you know, why I like this one. I'm not going to cut the hole any bigger. Okay. So, there we go. Just going to make sure those are all lined up, and I just realized that one of the things inside probably came loose or something. I don't know what I'll be able to do with that. I'm going to have to probably do a little bit of fixing. Alright, now we can do this next one. Just want everything to be fairly flat. That's the important bit. Alright, I want to make sure that connects there. You know, I'm going to get the one that has a wider, because of course I have more than one. Why would I just have one Fabri-Tac? This one is like messing up though, and it's like leaking out the bottom or something. So there's like glue everywhere. And if the other one just might need some of this added to it. I don't know. See, that's better. Okay, and then I'm just going to do like I did the other ones. I'm kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just making sure that this is all fairly level when I lay this down. Trying to go as straight as I can and not press down any more than, and then that will have to dry for a minute, and I'm going to have to figure out that first signature. Hopefully I won't have to, I don't know what I'll have to do. Maybe I'll just be able to retie it, but I kind of don't want to. See, now we're getting gloobers. Little gloobers everywhere now. Don't need that. Alright, so I'm gluing the whole way on these back pieces. And now it's pretty much, you know, in its spot. I just want to make sure that this one doesn't get too tight or too loose. And I want to make sure it attaches nicely on this end bit, but I don't really want it to attach on the spine part, so that's why I kind of came in this way and have that piece on the edge there. Okay, make sure you get everything fairly straight. I can, you know, just cut or tear off any bits on the end that are too long. I'm not sure if, let's see, I don't know, hopefully it's good. We're just hitting a look at a stick at this point. It was a new binding that I had never tried. But I can tell you that I am very glad that I did not have a binding at the beginning. Okay, now I was not thinking when I put this tab on about having something that's going to be tucked into here. That one is now not long enough. Or I could just have a whole new closure if I wanted to, but so there we go. And that one, I put this way back too far. It's alright, I can put a new one on. So yeah, there we go. It's all bound. And now, I might want to give it a minute, but I'm impatient. If I were smart, I'd give it a minute to dry and then do a flip through. I'm not that... Oh, here, we'll let that dry for a minute while we open the door. So, I did see all the doors that Patti made. I just don't know which one she sent, and they were all very cool. I was like, I can't pick. You got to pick for me. So, and I would kind of wish that I hadn't put anything on the cover of the other second journal, because I would have... Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that so cool? Oh, she sent me more of the rusty paper. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. That's going to go in my special... I've been cleaning my studio, so I have like a special place for special paper, and it's going in there. Yay. I think that's what she said. She used rust to make that paper, I think. That's like similar to what the cocoon was made out of. So there's a little flower here, these yellow flowers, a little bit of brick here, and we've got a little doorknob and hinges. Oh my goodness. That's so awesome. And I think she used texture paste, so it would give this look of corrugated cardboard without it being thick. I'll be sure to link the, I think she's got a video on her YouTube channel where she did the doors and talked about her process. So I will definitely link that below. And got a little piece of metal there. And yeah, I just got to figure out where I want to put it, because I could put it in that journal. I think it might be too wide for this one. Alright, so what if we've got that window in the back that's just looking on this part? We could do that, which would give the window something to look in on a little bit more. Or, oh no, actually, or it could go back here, and then if I put it on just right, then these could tuck in to the door. You know what I'm saying? Just like leave those spots open. But I don't want it to sit on the back and get smushed. So what's probably going to happen is I'll probably make a whole new journal with this door. But for now, I'm going to put it over. I've got a little box over here, and it's going to go there as a future project. Potentiality. Yeah, that's a word I've been using a lot lately. I'm not sure what's up with that. But apparently I'm full of potentiality. Alright, you ready for the flip through? And if you stay to the end, I'll do another flip through of this one. Let's see. Oh, I don't need to say that. And I'm going to make sure that all the notes that I got from Patti are in one or both of these journals. And I'm pretty sure I have her her address already. So, let's go ahead and put this back in here somewhere. Oh, I just kind of stuck that there. So the prompts are in here. And I never did glue that page down, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going to put him there. He can hold it. So let's just go ahead and grab our prompts. So, because I didn't write down what they all were, you know what I mean? Got a little lazy when it came down to writing down prompts. So that could be on the front. I might put something else there. We'll see. So dephemerember, in case you are just hearing about it for the first time, is just a combination of words, December and ephemera. And Louisa, Heinzel, and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies do videos for the whole month. If you already know this, just skip like 30 seconds. I mean, you don't have to do them in December. You can do them anytime. In fact, I might go back through some of the prompts from the past 2 years just to do some like mask making and whatnot. And so most of mine are ephemera. Not everybody did ephemera. Some people just decorated pages or whatnot, and that's fine. The whole point is just to have fun with the prompts and to make it just be inspired by what everybody else is making and just have fun with it. So prompt 1 was a butterfly and 3 torn things. So I've got one of my favorite butterflies, even though he's getting a little bent up now. And he's, you know, tied down. So he's got borders. He's got freedom, but with boundaries. And the cocoon pocket is made with some rusty, I think it was some of my scraps that I got from Patti. This she made it was made with rusty items and rust and whatnot, I think. And then so there's 2 pieces of that and a piece of this digital from Tracy Fox, and then, you know, added some stenciling and a little bit of doodling around that. And then this was for the prompt. What was the one where we did the charms? I did charms. Oh shoot, I don't remember. This was one later. It might have been oh, it might have been part of friendship bracelet, because I was making some charms, and so that I think I did as part of friendship bracelet. And I've got a B and an L. Don't worry, Susan, I've got some D's in the other book. So it's all good. And I think I must have stuck this. Oh, this is the page that I need to fix somehow. Alright, so something happened with this page, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Yeah, the whole thing is coming out, and that is unfortunate. So what I might do, hey, we needed something in the back anyway. I don't know. So in case this happens to anybody else, I probably should figure out how to repair, but let me finish going through the book first. I'll figure out how to fix it eventually. Oh shoot, no I won't if I rip the whole thing. I think I just did rip the whole thing. Don't do that. Alright, so prompt 2 was salvage birds. And so I've got this little titmouse that was from a book page, and I kind of reinforced the back of his head a little bit and left him loose so that when I stick him back in the pocket, he can poke his, or she can, whichever, can poke their head right through the window. This was from Patti. This was from Patti. This was from Patti. This was from the mixed media pages I made a while back. And just some other scraps and whatnot that I had. Alright. And then we have selfie in a bubble. Yep. And I don't know why I put the thing on that side. That was dumb. It really should have gone on that side. Which I could put it in like that if it, you know, bothered me. Or I could just cut it off if it bothers me that much. And I still need to sew this and put it on there. I don't have to sew it, but I do want to. So that still has to be done. But that sticks in there. And I just used some, what did I use? What's the stuff? Transparency that you, yeah, see, this is a problem because I can't get this to go through this way for something. It's getting caught on something. It's alright. I don't take it in and out all the time. It's really not that big a deal. Calm down, lady. Transparency that can be printed on, and I tried to add a little bit of watercolor on there and whatnot. Okay, this could go faster, I'm sure. This is the one I did live, and this was clocks and wings. So I deconstructed the clocks and the wings. I've got like circles and arrows and numbers back there. And also a stencil I have that is like dragonfly wings, kind of, sort of. And then this is, explained what time construct was, and then just wrote, time is a construct that I must deconstruct. Because that's what I do, clocks and wings. I deconstruct things. Oh, and this little pocket using the window envelope. And the other day I was not centered, so this one is Halloween Meets Christmas. This is, and I have nothing in here. Hey, should I put the door in there? I don't know. Might be a little too bulky. So yeah, that was Halloween Meets Christmas. I don't have anything in here. I might put something in there. I don't know. I just like the way it looks like that. And then we had Kintsugi houses. And I had found like in a magazine, I found that, so I stuck that on the back of this journal card with Effie. Effie was the mascot for this year. Many people were very excited about Effie and loved him very much. Apparently not everybody was a fan, but I thought he was pretty darn adorable. Kintsugi houses, and it wasn't Effie actually, but you know. Anyway, and then I had this in my stash with the bricks, which I had no place. I hadn't figured out where I wanted it, and I loved it, and so I was hoarding it. So now I get to keep it, so that makes me happy. That was just a piece I made so long ago. And then wrote what Kintsugi was on the back of that. So, and then this was just an envelope that I created and added some of the flowers, and then I added a crow later on because why not? Which way you want to go, dude? And then we had magical creature, and my magical creature was a zebra because of all the zebras explained, you know, about zebras representing people with rare diseases. You know, doctors are told to look for, if you hear hoof beats, it's a, you know, you're expecting a horse, but there are some people who have, you know, rare diseases and they're actually a zebra. And, you know, also about how, like, if you have magic, sometimes you need to hide that. So I've got a couple hidden tuck spots here. I don't know if you can see that. And I put the prompt in there. So that just folds up like that and tucks in like that. And then this pocket back here also has a hidden journaling spot. So, you know, that's where I started with, you know, people need to keep their magic hidden. And then the other part with the horses and the zebra just came as I was creating. And then the next one is mushroom robots. So I was very abstract again. And so I've got some gears in here, and I did some of the open up pockets like this that Carrie the Crafter first did. And I know that Gail Augustinelli has also done them. So you just, you know, you fold your paper into 4ths or 6ths or however, what depends on the size of your paper and the size you want, and then decorate the front. And it's just super cute. I mean, it's, you know, super fun to use. And then he just tucks in there, except that he needs to go all the way, there we go. And then I had some of the mushrooms that I think Barbara did that my printer messed up, but it worked perfect for this page. And I got this back with some washi tape so that it can hold that down. This also can hold it down. And then Patti, my swap partner, had some little pieces of metal that I cut down and put in there. And then this one, do you remember what this one was? Oh, this one was plaid and polka dots, please touch. So my touching is that, you know, you move them and then you see the animals hiding in the tree. And this is a free printable in my Ko-fi shop, which is always listed below. So yeah, there's like little animals, and he's okay because the owl doesn't know he's there because he's way in the front. Actually, I don't think owls eat squirrels, so you know, the small birds are actually in probably more danger than, but they're all hiding in the tree, so they're okay. Because for some reason that's important to me on pages. I don't know. Maybe it's like an extra empathy thing. All right, and then this one was Nature's Treasures. So I've got all the envelopes, and this was where I tested out the crackling, and I just really liked how it came out on that, so I wanted to hold on to that. So I thought about how crows collect treasures, so I made all these little envelopes for the crow to hide his treasures. I just haven't put any treasures in there yet. They're all empty still. I think one of them has something in it. Whoops. Probably, yep, just a little scrap of paper in there, like part of somebody's grocery list or something. And we're going to stick that leaf in there until I'm ready to fix it. I don't want to fix it right now. Plus, that might be enough. And then I just had the crow, that one and this one were in my stash. And so I just stuck them in the back of the belly band. And this is some of the paper ribbon that I made. There's a video for that as well. What do I want to do with this? I'm just going to stick it back there again. Actually, I'm going to put it in that one. Alright, and then this one was recycled fairies. So I recycled a book page here, and then I found a story of the Cotsington? How do you say it? I can never get it quite right. Found a story of the girls that pretended that that they had I know it's in here somewhere, but anyway. They pretended they had found fairies and made some pictures. And they still determined, oh, I think it's on that one, that, and here's a picture they did there too. They still determined that this one was not, that they didn't do this one, that those were real fairies. The Cottingley fairies, there it is. And so this was the 5th picture that they said was not made up. And then I just decorated the rest of the page and have a quote up there and whatnot. And then this is part of the friendship bracelet, this top part here. And this is just one of the little bits from my swaps partner. Let's see, but we still have Vintage Meets Modern. I think this one is Vintage Meets Modern. Whoops, those don't belong there. That's what happened to those. I don't know, they weren't in my... After I was watching the video back of making the book, I was like, what happened? Alright, so I did a master board. So I had some vintage pages and some more modern pages. And then I just layered on some pockets here. And just, stuck a bunch of things in the pockets. And I even have these cute snails are from a magazine. And he might be AI, which makes it modern. I don't know. Sometimes they say if they're AI generated and sometimes they don't. They're supposed to say. But, so yeah, I just layered the pockets on there and added just different things. Why? Oh, that's why. I'm like, why is it? That's like, I think that's, I don't know. Maybe that went in further before. I don't know. But that's why I didn't glue down that end of the pocket, because then I have more wiggle room for stuff. And I realize there's a lot of stuff in these pockets, but it all coordinates because it's all from the same piece of masterboard. And then this one was spaghetti box window. So I thought outside the box, and I jelly printed using, I made a texture plate using yarn to get a look of spaghetti on that. And then I cut out the window, which is actually the Gulf of Venice. So I just cut out the shape of the Gulf of Venice basically, and then added some bits here. And then I like this here because everybody loved seeing the little bunny through the window. So, and and I put that charm on before I tied that on so that it would hang down. And so yeah, he peeks through the window on this side. Got a little belly band there for the little kitty. And then the whole plan was that I was going to have this little journal go here, and then this would show through, and it'd be so cute, except for I made that journal ended up being so big that it just doesn't work there. And so I won't have to, but I might put something else back there, and then there's back of the journal, and it's not too bad. This one is almost, this one, it was using up my scraps, ended up being actually wider on that end than this one. Or maybe about the same. Once this one goes back in there, I still got to figure that out, don't I? So here's a flip through of this one. Is the one I made using my scraps. Did it kind of in one video. I did eventually just pause and then finish it on my own, because I was like, this is taking forever. I used one of my extra bubbles, and then this was just the my example of, for me to remind me of what I was doing for Vintage Meets Modern. And then I've got, some pieces from some friends and the scraps, and just tags that have been sitting in my stuff for a while, and whatnot. Just different little tags and whatnot. Lots of whatnots. We love some whatnots. So yeah, somebody sent me that in Happy Meal, so I stuck that on there, and that flips out. And there is something that was just in my stash that I made. And this is all just decorated. There's no pockets or anything, I don't think. Nope. There's one of the D's. And then this is just a little side pocket, just kind of just being random. And then here's one of the watercolor cards that I made a while back. Really love that. I gotta make some more like that with something besides leaves. And then made that a side pocket and tried to make it so that it would show through the holes here. And then this one, that's one of my tags, goes in this way so that the rose shows through on that side, which I thought was kind of cool. And then just another one of my watercolor tags that I stuck in. Used a tag as a tuck spot. And we got a ghost because, you know, we had that left over that I didn't use in the Christmas meets Halloween, which I could have. Just a couple of scraps sitting in there. And, you know, I think that was, these were from Patti, I think. This purple paper you'll see in a few different pages. And more of that page that had the spaghetti pattern type thing. And then there were some like stickers from a calendar or whatever, so it's like to do, vacation. I just stuck them in there randomly, and it was fun actually. And then I used the negatives again there, and that's just a pocket there. This was from Patti. Then I had the circle and I had the negative, so I put them on the same page. That's been sitting in my stash forever, so I finally stuck that somewhere. And the M&Ms were just on my desk, so I just decided to stick that in there. It would remind me of the prompts of Forgotten Snack. And then made this a tuck spot. Got that there. This was a tag I made way back. Was it 40,000, 7,000? I should have wrote on here which giveaway, but this was the giveaway with Louisa, and that she's, you know, gave us that freebie with the parakeet and whatnot. And then this, I've got, you know, this little tuck spot here, and I used this scrap that Patti had sent me, and then she had this scrap of fabric, grungy fabric, that I just kind of put throughout the book as tabs. Got tabs all over. This is a little piece of fabric from my friend Lisa. I still need to put a mushroom under there. I don't need to, but I want to. There's an extra picture of the fairies, so I stuck that on there. Got a little writing space here, and the little sparklies there. That was from Patti. These were from Patti. I used every bit of that rust paper in here, and then this was from Patti. And the little circles here were from one of the freebies, digitals. That was from Patti. That was from a free digital. Some of my scraps. And book page that I didn't end up using for that one prompt, the recycled fairies, but I used it in here because it's pretty. And then this is the one that Patti made that gave me the idea for the hidden tuck spot. And then in there is the one that I made not quite right. So it's more of a pentagon than a hexagon, but that's all right. We're still making it work, and I just put that on as a tuck spot because why not? And then another tab there, and so a little bubble there, and I just used that negative piece there. I've got these in the pocket here, and just did some scrap paper and some tissue that I had stamped on, and then there's another piece of that fun ribbon or fabric or whatever that she sent me. It's kind of like boho-y. And then busy day, these were like the little stickers that were in the, but it worked perfectly on that pocket with him doing the dishes and whatnot. Made a little journal space there. This one, that was one of the scraps from Patti, and a little piece from the and me time, because, you know, have yourself a little drink and have some me time. And then an S for my subbies, and for Susan, who said I needed to put a D in here. And then a little key here, and a little piece of, you know, the little thing, the header on the, I think that's what it's called, from a book spine. And then this was some of the scraps from Patti, and so I had my little toot or puddle. I can never remember which one is which. And the heart was from Patti, so, you know, since the apron was there, I was like, that's perfect. And family time, cooking time, or whatever. And this one is a flip out, and I've got a pocket in here with, oh, the Forgotten Snacks. They're all over the place. This one was for Forgotten Snacks. It's got crumbs. Crumbs was where I went with Forgotten Snacks. Because when I was, like, opening the Oreos I had forgotten about and cleaning off the package, they were just, like, there were crumbs everywhere. Alright, there's nothing written in there. And this is the back of the Oreos. And I had added, from when I did the texture paste, I had left it on there to dry, and then I added some alcohol inks. And then I made this with the holes so you could see the alcohol inks through, and then backed it with the Gulf of Venice, leaving some of the Oreo package showing because that's part of the charm. And then this is one of the ones, there's little fabric crumbs on there, and I added a leaf on there because it matched the rust paper so well. And that's just one of my tags that I've made. Added a sticker on there, stuck another tab on here, little crumbs everywhere, more crumbs. Early release, you know. And then, whoops. And then this one also was one I did with the crumbs. And that was a sticker that was in there. And this is one of my masks. That's at PM Artist Studio, but I wanted to put it under here, but it was too big, so that's why I cut it out. And more little Diety bones and some D's, and then I just put that there with a little cupcake sticker, and then this fabric shows through here, which is nice, but then these show through there, which is nice. And added, well, it might not stay there because those crumbs, the glue does not want to stick to those crumbs real great. There's one of my Watercolor Wednesday tags that I made. And there's one of my crumb tags using it as a tuck spot. That's a tag I made a little while back. That was in my finished ephemera. And they have the same tab on the top, and that's okay. And I was a little staple happy, and I'm good with that. That's what I used to attach my tabs and everything. Turn that one into a pocket. Didn't even do anything back there, but that's fine. I like it. Added another piece of that purple. It's throughout the journal, and there's like a little bit of purple down there, so it kind of makes sense. Made a fabric flip, which I hardly ever make fabric flips, so you know, that was fun. And then we got a belly band here, which is you know, I made that crooked, and made that crooked, and then did that at an angle, and that's not normally how I do things, so that was a little bit of a challenge for me. But then this was from Patti, and it worked perfectly on this page because I've got reds over here and I've got the greens there, and I was like, well, that's perfect. And then these are tags from one of the Watercolor Wednesdays that I did, and then did a little, just kind of stapled that little paper, and because they were on my desk, so they just got stapled together. And that's just, you know, a little flippy page. That's the book page you can see on this side. This was from Happy Meal that I stuck on here as a tuck spot because it just was the perfect colors. And then this is, I have a video where I made these, but this is with Yupo, and I did them on the gel plate and to get them all painty and everything. I think they're called dimensional tags, so if you search that and want to see that. And there's the back. Added that little piece there, and this piece of fabric on the edge from my friend Lisa, and this beautiful this is one of my favorite pieces of fabric, so I'm glad that I get to keep it because, you know, that was from Patti, and that was just sitting on my desk. So, and we get one more mushroom there with this cute little fox, and it was cute when he was in the window because it was like he was having a crush on, because this one was the final, that's what this one was. It was the final prompt, which was me and my crush, and so I crushed all the scraps and put them into a journal. And, you know what I might do with this page is then we can have, let's see, can I do this? Hey, that might be the easiest solution. I don't have to go, there we go. Oops. Effie had a crush on himself. Anyway, that'll work. Yep. There we go. That's how I'm solving that. If I didn't solve it that way, then I would try to bind it back into here while putting the things around it inside that, and that would have been a big pain in the Badinsky. So if this happens to you and you have a page that is you know, that came out unfortunately like mine did, just put a rubber band, you know, on the back page and just stick it on there. It'll be fine. You're gonna look at this like what, once a year? It's all good. So this one was about my scraps, so I'm sticking that one in there because that's where all my Patti scraps are. And this one was the forgotten snack message, so I think I'm just gonna tuck that right in there. There we go. Perfect. I still need to put my prompts list away, and now I can put the dephemerember away until next year. Because maybe put it in the right pocket. Putting it away until next year because all my other current journals are in front of me, and I didn't really have room for this one, and so I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and make that video so I can put it away till next year. Because I will probably show it, you know, at the very beginning of dephemerember. I'll probably do another flip through like I did the beginning of this dephemerember. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to stick a whatchamacallit there. Why is so much stuff sticking out right here? What is this? Oh, the tree. The tree wants to come loose. Go back in there, tree. Go back in. You're supposed to be not sticking out of the book. Oh my goodness. Why, tree? Why? Stay in the book. Naughty tree. I might go ahead and just grab a couple more paper clips. Excuse me, I have to go over here behind the... And I do have some rusty ones, but I'm just going to use some regular ones right now. I don't know why I turned that around, because I didn't... Nope, that didn't work. We're just going to... want it to stay. Oh, that's right. I glued that down, didn't I? Alright, so I guess we're just doing it on that last one. If I had been smart, I might have left a little something here so that I could... Can I get that? It's really dry. There's no place that's going through. That's alright. So what you could do is you could get magnets or Velcro so that you can get them to stay. But it's going to be on a shelf, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Come on. Oh, seriously? I had that on there a second ago. There we go. That's just going to be as good as that gets. So yeah, it's just going to sit on a shelf, so it'll be fine. Oh, look, he could even sit like that. Will I have him looking at me all year? Will that be creepy? No. And I want to stick this in here somewhere. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the new subbies that I got throughout December, dephemerember. I appreciate you all. I hope you will stick around and come back and see what else I have to offer. Feel free to go back and look at old videos, not too old, because then you will be so disappointed in how I used to be. But you know, I have a lot of videos out there, and there is a lot that can be gleaned, I would hope, from my sharing. So here we go, all my dephemerember journals. This one I did as an accordion, and there is a flip through, and there's a playlist for dephemerember. I think I have to add the last couple, but so yeah, there's my dephemerember so far. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.